Good afternoon, my lovelies. It is Saturday, February 12th. Wow, we're into February and it's Valentine's weekend. Now, I'm not sure how open this is or if I'm allowed to walk around, but hey, the door was opened. I'm going to flip this around so you can see where I'm at. So the current temperature right now here in Halifax is 12 degrees Celsius, which is about 54, I rounded up, degrees Fahrenheit. We are at Citadel Hill National Park. This is the fort on top of the hill here in Halifax, and the gates were open. So this is the fortress that protects our city. Well, it doesn't anymore, but it did. It protected our city and our harbor and ships coming in and out of the North Atlantic. Ugh. Many a school kid has come here on class trips at some point in their elementary school years. So Halifax Citadel is known as the Warden of the North. Along with the Martello Tower in Point Pleasant Park, Fort Charlotte, down on George's Island where I was there this summer with kiddo, York Rideau, down past Spryfield, which I haven't been yet. And there used to be Hamlin's Point, or Hartland's Point, down off of Eastern Passage, which were the defenses of the British Army back during the 17 and 1800s. So as you can see, there are some maintenance vehicles. This is a pleasant surprise because I wasn't planning on doing this video in here. I didn't know it was open. Normally it's free at Canada Day when Mark and I come. Now it is already past noon. The noonday gun has already gone off. If you live here in Halifax, you don't even hear it anymore. I'm walking on this side of the fortress. Just because there are families behind me at the other end, so I'll probably switch it up with them after. So, yeah, I haven't been here since probably not since COVID. Whoa, I don't need to look at the sky. So you can see one of the Parks Canada trucks. Now, normally ghost tours for the city would happen down on Brunswick Street in front of the clock tower. But Citadel here also has their own ghost tours. They call it Spirit and Spirits. So it's a ghost tour mixed with local spirits that are distilled, whether that be gin, vodka, rum, and other forms of hooch. There is an army museum here, and it follows the defenses here in Halifax, dating from our founding in 1749 all the way up until probably the Korean War. So you will see artifacts going all the way through. I'm in the shade. Now the grounds are gravel, so you're going to hear crunchy crunch. Now these, interesting enough, let me show you. They look like ship's masts that are straight ahead. They are not ship's masts. Well, they are. They do decorate them at Christmas time, and they do put blue and silver lights on them, but they are also arrays to let the Port of Halifax know what ships are coming in. It's all part of a communication system. They also have one down at George's Island that does mimic a ship's mast. So the building I just walked past houses the museum. There is a coffee bar. There's a gift shop, a regiment. Now the fort is in a star shape. And I never realized how windy it is here. On top of the hill, you'd think that it wouldn't be so windy inside the fort, but it is. I'm not gonna lie. And I can't believe it's like 12 degrees out. Plus, after having such a cold snap, I got a sun glare, my apologies. So all these at one time probably housed the gunpowder in cannons. You can probably hear the wind, my apologies. Remnants of a snowbank down there. So this is like a big old, I want to say almost like a parade square. So probably back in the day, I mean they do have the 78th regiment based here. They're more on a historical thing than for defense. It's a militia group. They set off the noonday gun every single day. But they do, in the summertime, you'll see changing of the guards, you'll see different displays of military might. Oh, we can't go up the ramp. So that means we can't go up onto the ramparts and look around. It is closed off. I can understand that just because it's winter time. They're not maintaining it. Technically, it's closed. I don't want to step in puddles. But normally you would go up there and you can get a very nice view of the city. There is some melted snow here. I'm only wearing sneakers, so I don't think, well, we'll see. This is all ice down here. So if you look up, way up, part of where the ramparts are, not the blue sky. Yes, it's nice to see blue sky because for the last while now we've been having torrential rains, or if we do have a blizzard, I'm going to try not to slip, it rains right afterwards. Yeah, I'm not going to go past here because it's ice. But you can see that they have some cannons here being stored. They got some kiddos coming. It's all ice back there.
Oh. Watch out.
My Spanish isn't up to par to, I could probably say hello. So you can see where there was snow. Now the building I'm walking past is closed. Probably was a former magazine. Not the kind you read. Their tunnel. So you can see doorways. See, that's all the ice, and you can hear the kids. And we all know that's one of my favorite sounds, is listening to kids. So there's my reflection. Rocking the dried swag today. It was the perfect weather to wear it. So I'm layered it up with my denim jacket. So I am a fashionable girl today. Now with the wind blowing, my hair is janky. Now there is a bit of sand here. And it's hard to tell with the snow and the ice, but there is a groove right here on the in the ground. That would have been for the when they were moving the guns, the cannons, to move them with ease, that they would have that little trench there for it as well. Now outside of the buildings there are other trenches, but those were, well, we know what those were for the dirty water and others. So I got a glare here, so that's so maybe in the summertime we will come back. I will take Mark and we will come through here when it is fully open to the public and it's not closed and not icy, and come to Citadel Hill at your own risk. You see storehouses here. Usually when you come to Citadel Hill, everybody that works here is in regimental uniform and costume, between the Parks Canada employees wearing their traditional green uniforms, and some will be in dated in period clothing. If Megan Sander is watching this, this would be a great place for you and your lovely costumes and your dresses and gowns. So all the access to the ramparts are pretty much closed off, which is understandable because these are granite stairs and they probably are very slippery as you go up, and with no supervisors around or anything like that, it is a safety concern. Now you'll see that there are some, they call this a casemate for 10 men, so these would have been barracks. A lot of these were in like barracks for the soldiers. Now they do have like their COVID stuff still in the windows. And I am just below. Look up, blue gray up. We're not is one of the satellite arrays, or the communication arrays on the ship's mast. So since this was a lovely surprise, I think I may put this up for my Patreons. And have this, my Patreons and my channel members, as a video for them, because I didn't get out in January because it was January, it was cold, it was stormy. I have weekends off now. I work, right now I'm in training with my new job. I'm going into week 4 of it, and it's a Monday to Friday, so when the weekends come, it does not look like this. Usually when the weekends come, it's storming. Oh, another thing about those masts that have communication arrays on it, they also changed the flags for communication for ships, because ships still communicate with flags and signals. Just remembered that part. So anytime that there's like these trapdoors, which we can't get into, it's not for public access, they do have things here for the snow, just so people know that there is something here. But it's kind of neat that they probably stored things in there as well. So there is, ooh. So this would have been, this building here is where the cafe is, the museum, the gift shop, and the kitchen for the cafe. Probably, I could be wrong, but I think this is also where the officers lived, whereas all the NCOs, the non-commissioned officers, pretty much had the barracks in and around. Like I said, I will come back in the summertime and record a video here when it is filled with people, if it is open because of COVID. But our restrictions are being eased off starting on the 14th. Kids are excited. So I think I will end this short video, and this will go up onto my Patreon channel, because this was a pleasant surprise to be able to come up inside Citadel Hill, and I've never shown this before. So I will post this to the regular channel probably sometime in close to mid-March, near spring break. And I'm hoping that by the time that happens, the weather will be warmer than it is today, even though today is quite the lovely day. And if you haven't thought about becoming a Patreon or a channel member, that's something for you to think about. I have a plan of attack that I'm going to be doing with my channel, and every little penny helps with the channel. If it means getting new memory cards for my camera equipment, new microphones, paying for editing software, and all that fun stuff, feel free to join. The links are going to be posted down below. And if you don't want to go that route, which is perfectly fine, I'm not holding a gun to your head and forcing you to, but there is also, if you want to do a one-time donation, there is a link down below for my PayPal. So any assistance with the channel is great. I love all my supporters. And I'm so glad that you guys have stuck with me for the last year, almost a year and a half. It will be a year and a half in April. Wow. Anyway, my lovelies, you have a wonderful day.